Damn, can't you listen to something new in this once in a while?
Say, homeboy, straight up, you wanted to hear something else, you should have drove.
How you doing? I'm Scott Lane. I'm an executive producer at Midway Home Entertainment. I'm working on Fear and Respect. Fear and Respect is a game that takes place in urban LA. The whole idea of the game is to give you a day in the life of someone who grew up there, dealing with the controversy that happens on an everyday basis. It's pretty cool. It was written and directed by John Singleton. Snoop Dogg's the main star, but he also had a lot to do with the writing. The game starts off and you're getting out of jail in LA with 2 strikes. What that means is one more strike and you're in for life. So Goldie, who's played by Snoop Dogg, who's the main character, gets out of jail with every intention of turning his life around, doing the right thing. Due to forces outside of his control, if his family gets in trouble, he gets kind of sucked back into the life and has to keep his family out of trouble. What's pretty cool is the story, it takes place in current time, but there's also flashback scenes and you play through them. So there might be a scene in the early 90s, the mid 90s, and now, and it all kind of fills the picture of the complete story.
Like it's hot.
We gotta get on the grind and put in some work, feel me?
I feel your homeboy,
like it's
I can't even argue with that.
like it's hot.
Oh, you must be ready to die.
Who the hell is that?
Did you see this shit?
John Singleton has been heavily involved from the get-go. He wrote the story, he's directed the cinematics, which is a big deal to us. Cinematics in video games never quite have the movie quality, the right camera angles, the right camera movements. We feel we have all that. He's also involved in the game. John is a die-hard gamer. He's on Xbox Live every night. He plays PS2 games all the time. And we value his feedback. It's really been a collaboration with John, Snoop, Edge of Reality, and Midway. It's been phenomenal. We're getting a lot of comparison to GTA and True Crime, and it's really it's apples and oranges. GTA is an open world game, really do anything anywhere. Fear and Respect could probably be more compared to a Max Payne type of game. It's more linear, it takes you through a story. Again, our whole goal is to give you the feeling of a slice of life from someone who grew up in urban LA. And it's about the dramatic moments, the choices they have to make every single day. So it's much more of a story-driven game. When you're playing Fear and Respect, you can expect to see fast and ferocious fist fighting. You may have to fight 2 or 3 people at once, and it's about keeping your wits about you. The gunplay's a little slower. You have to use cover points. When you're in a real gunfight in LA, it's not run down the middle of the street and shoot people. It's smart tactical warfare, and you don't want to get shot. 2 or 3 bullets, you can't keep playing the game. Game over, you got to go back. We're going to have a few different kinds of gameplay as far as combat. Shooting is probably about 50% of the game. The other part is hand-to-hand. It's just pure fist fighting, and it's not boxing, it's not wrestling, it's street fighting. So they're not all articulate fighters. There's going to be some crazy roundhouses, a lot of just furious fighting, and the fights in the city usually last maybe 30 seconds. So our goal is to have the fights be very quick, get your point across, get it over with. There are also going to be drive-bys in the game, whereas you're a passenger in the car and there's certain missions tailored to you have to figure out who you want to shoot and why. And it's all set up through the story, but you'll definitely be in a car and shooting, and it's coming out pretty cool. The title Fear and Respect has a lot of meaning in the game. Basically, as you interact with people, you'll either instill fear or respect in them. It doesn't sound like much, but you may treat someone good early and gain respect. 20 levels later, that could be someone who will help you if you've been good to them or hurt you if you've been bad to them. On the other hand, if you want to walk around and instill fear, it's going to affect generally how people react to you throughout the game. There's also multiple endings based on how you act throughout the game. There's like the story branches into 3 unique paths, one being fear, the other respect, and then there's a neutral path for the people who really don't want to pick a side. Fear and Respect will be coming out on the PS2, Xbox, and PC. At this point, I really can't talk about a whole lot more, but we plan to show the game at E3, and we should have a lot more to talk about then.
Anybody got him?
Damn, what a...
Hey, I see that mother right there.
Yo, Dave, let's get that...